Begin with a slow, deliberate pan across the exterior of your small wood-turning shop. Show its rustic charm, the natural surroundings, perhaps some potted plants or a traditional element that speaks to its history. Soft ambient sounds of nature, birds chirping, distant wind chimes are ideal. Voiceover. Your voice, warm, slightly aged, full of character. In a world rushing forward, some things hold still. Some places, like this humble workshop, cling to the whispers of the past. Here, amongst the scent of aged timber and the quiet hum of the lathe, our family continues a legacy, a dance with wood that began generations ago, long before the conveniences of modern tools. Transition. Gentle fade to an interior shot, focusing on the character of the shop. Show its worn wooden beams, tools hanging on the walls, shelves filled with past creations. Emphasize the natural light filtering in. This isn't just a workshop, it's a living archive. Every scratch on the bench, every piece of sawdust on the floor tells a story. And at the heart of these stories are the tools, not factory-made but hand-forged, hand-honed, passed down through the hands of my ancestors. They are more than just instruments. They are extensions of our history, imbued with the spirit of those who shaped wood before us. Visuals. Close-ups on unique details in the shop, a faded family photo, an ancient-looking measuring tool, a piece of unfinished wood waiting for its transformation. A wider shot of the interior, showing the overall layout of your small shop, highlight the compact nature but also its efficiency. Voiceover. Our workshop isn't grand, but it's abundant in soul. It's a space where generations have learned, toiled, and found joy in this simple act of creation. From my grandparents' time to my own, and now with my children, this shop has been our family's hub. We work together, each of us finding our rhythm amidst the wood shavings and the scent of turning timber. Introducing family members, if comfortable. Briefly introduce family members who are part of the process, perhaps showing them engaged in a small task, sorting wood, sharpening a tool, sketching a design. Voiceover. My mentioned relationship, example, son, daughter, nephew, is learning the old ways, just as I did. It's a quiet education, passed not through textbooks, but through touch, through observation, and through the shared experience of bringing a piece of wood to life. We don't just teach techniques, we instill a reverence for the material and for the tools that connect us to our past. Visuals. Show different areas of the shop. The lathe, even if not currently in use, show its simplicity. The tool sharpening station, the storage area for wood. Highlight the compact nature, but also its efficiency. How do you maximize a small area? Example, vertical storage, multi-purpose workbenches. Show personal touches, drawings, small finished pieces, a kettle for tea, anything that makes the space feel lived in and loved. Voiceover. We don't need sprawling factories or endless supplies. Our resources are simple, our methods traditional, and our commitment to craftsmanship unwavering. Every piece crafted here carries not just the mark of our hands, but the spirit of this place and the legacy of our family. Shot. Begin with a close-up on one of your most ancient and cherished tools. Show its imperfections, the wear and tear, the patina of age. Voiceover. These aren't just tools. They are our ancestors' hands made manifest. This name a specific tool, example, gouge, skew chisel, has been in our family for over a century, perhaps more. Feel the balance, the weight. It's been sharpened countless times, worn down by honest work. Each knock, each burnish tells a story of countless pieces of wood it has shaped. Detailed showcase of key ancient tools. Dedicate a segment to each significant ancient tool. For each tool, visual. Close-up of the tool, show it being held, demonstrate how it's used even on a practice piece. Voiceover. History. How long has it been in your family? Where did it come from? Craftsmanship. What makes it unique? Is it hand-forged? Are there specific markings? Function. Explain its primary purpose in simple terms. Feel. Connection. Describe the sensation of using it. It feels like an extension of my arm, or it guides the wood with a quiet authority. Comparison. Settle. Briefly contrast it with modern equivalents without disparaging modern tools. The emphasis should be on the connection to the ancient tool. While modern tools offer precision, there's a certain intuition that only comes from working with something so deeply ingrained in your own history. Examples of tools to feature. Lathe, if ancient. If your lathe itself is old, describe its mechanics, its simplicity, and how you maintain it. Hand gouges or chisels show different sizes and types. Scrapers, if you use them, measuring tools, ancient calipers, marking gauges, sharpening stones or methods. Demonstrate your traditional sharpening techniques. This is crucial for showing the care and maintenance of ancient tools. Voiceover. The beauty of these simple tools lies in their reliance on skill, not automation. There's no pushing a button. It's all about feel, about listening to the wood, about the dance between tool and timber. It requires patience, focus, and a deep respect for the material. Visuals. Show your hands, perhaps calloused and strong, skillfully wielding these tools. Emphasize the manual process. Shot. Transition to your wood storage area. Show piles of what might look like discarded wood, but to you, they are treasures. Voiceover. Our most abundant resource, and perhaps our greatest inspiration, is wood that others have forgotten. We don't buy timber from commercial yards. Instead, we seek out abandoned wood, fallen branches after a storm, discarded offcuts from construction sites, even old broken furniture. For us, there is no waste, only potential. Showcasing different types of abandoned wood. Visual. Pick up a piece of abandoned wood, show its rough exterior, its imperfections. Voiceover. This piece, for example, was part of an old fence post. Most would see it as firewood, but I see the grain, the character, the story it carries from its previous life. It's a challenge, yes, to work with irregular shapes and hidden knots, but that's where the creativity truly begins. Show various examples: a gnarled branch, a sun-blanched plank, a piece with interesting bark inclusions. The process of selection. Visual. Show yourself or a family member examining a piece of wood, tapping it, looking for signs of suitability. Voiceover. Selecting the right piece is an art in itself. You have to read the wood, feel its weight, observe its cracks, predict how it will behave on the lathe. Sometimes the wood dictates the form. We simply guide it. Highlighting imperfections as beauty. Visual. Close up on a knot, a crack, or an unusual grain pattern within a piece of wood. Voiceover. Modern wood turning often aims for flawless perfection, but we embrace the imperfections. A knot isn't a flaw, it's a beauty mark. A natural crack tells a story of the tree's life. These elements give each piece its unique character, ensuring that no two turnings are ever truly identical. Visuals. Show a collection of before and after pieces of wood. A rough log next to a beautifully turned bowl or vase made from similar material. Demonstrate the initial shaping of a rough piece on the lathe, showing how you work with its natural form. Shot. Focus on the lathe as you begin to work on a new piece of abandoned wood. Show the initial cuts, the shavings falling. Voiceover. With abandoned wood and ancient tools, our creative process is less about imposing a design and more about discovery. Each piece of wood has an inherent form waiting to be revealed. We don't force it, we listen to it. The dialogue with wood. Visual. Show your hands adjusting the tool, feeling the resistance of the wood, your eyes fixed on the turning form. It's a dialogue, really. The wood tells me where it wants to go, and the tool helps me get there. Sometimes a hidden pocket of decay or a hard knot will lead me in a different direction than I first envisioned. That's the magic, the spontaneity of creation when you embrace the natural world. Simplicity and functionality. Visual. Show a simple yet elegant piece that embodies your philosophy. Our creations are often simple in form, but rich in meaning. We aim for functionality and timeless beauty. A bowl for everyday use, a vase to hold flowers from our garden. These aren't just decorative items, they are objects meant to be lived with, to bring warmth and natural beauty into a home. The value proposition. Voiceover. In an era of mass production, there's a unique value in something crafted slowly, by hand, with tools that carry generations of stories, from wood that was once deemed worthless. It's about sustainability, about respecting resources, and about preserving a craft that connects us to our roots. And so, the cycle continues. From discarded timber, to ancient tools, to hands guided by tradition and love, we create. We honor the past, celebrate the present, and hope to inspire the future. This isn't just wood turning, it's a living art, a family's dedication, and a quiet testament to the enduring beauty of simple things. Fade out on a close-up of a turning piece on the lathe, or perhaps a cherished ancient tool, or perhaps the exterior of the shop at sunset.